My confusion number one, bro, was always to find out if she's just being friendly with me or she really likes me and wants me. Usually girls don't really show interest that openly because of multiple reasons. So it's your job to be aware of the signs of interest that girls show you and to know their meaning. If I'm being honest with you, I always thought girls are just being friendly with me. But after many years of getting experience with girls, I realized that those were clear signs of interest that I missed out on and didn't do anything. Now I want you to get rid of all the confusion you might have about the signs I'm going to tell you about in a minute. I want you, bro, to spot every sign of interest from a girl, be able to read her body language and understand it and decide if you should act or move on. We're going to start with simple signs to observe when you meet a girl for the first time, and we're going to escalate into further interaction with her eyes. Does she look at you? Is her gaze long? Is it shy? Is it neutral? This is the first sign you have to observe when you meet a girl for the first time. If you walk in the room, say, girl, does she look at you? If you walk in public, if you meet her eye, if you stay there for a second or two, this is a very strong sign. I used to ignore it so much. I thought it's just whatever. I thought girls just look at you. No, if she didn't look at you, it means that she saw you before, she evaluated you, and she's not interested. Or she is very, very subtle with her shy look. So she could look at you very quickly like this, so you don't spot it. You have to be really aware. So I recommend you practicing. First sign of interest is how she looks at you. If her eyes are relaxed, do they have a spark, or they're just like whatever, like how they sit in her eye pocket. It matters, like those micro expressions. You will be able to observe this only with experience and with time, recognizing those subtle eye movements and muscle tensions. So important. Next, body. Is she physically around you? Is she leaning towards you? Is she playing with her hair or even touching you? Touching is a very strong sign. Your body is an expression of whatever is going on in your mind. So if she likes you, her body would show it to you, like she would be facing you. Her feet will be pointing at you. Her body will be opened. If she's shy, she might be closed or shut, like her hands would be locked. But it's normal for girls. But at least she has to be facing you, not like this. She cannot reply to you like this. She's not interested. So pay attention to body language. This is the sign number 2 after you meet her eye. And when you are in a conversation with her, if she's touching you and she touched you multiple times, this is a permission for you to touch her back, mirror her. She made first move. This means I allow you to touch me as well. And this shows clear signs of interest. If she's playing with her hair or with the necklace or her lip, she is fantasizing about you. She's thinking about you in the back of her head in real time. And when you speak to her, this brings us to sign number 3, voice. Pay attention to her voice. It must be soft, not bro monotone voice like, yeah, I had some McDonald's. It was cool, yeah. What about you? No, she would be sounding very, like her voice will be pitched up a little bit. She'll be, yeah, I had some McDonald's. And you, do you like McDonald's? She would be pitching the voice up, showing her submission to you, showing her soft spot, like her softness. Opposite to neutral, very business-like conversational voice. You can recognize those by comparison. So if you happen to be around girls and some girls like you, some don't, just compare. You will be able to see that clearly. Carry on if you start talking to her and she laughs. This is a next sign of interest that indicates that she wants you. If she giggles and laughs at whatever you say, like literally every stupid little thing, she'll be giggling because she wouldn't be able to hold it. She has to express this joy of being around you, like interacting with you and going into conversation with you. And your jokes, she will support any stupid joke, whatever you say. I am the king of dad jokes. A lot of girls find them stupid. I know that they are stupid, but I cannot help myself. I love making those stupid, silly jokes. I love swapping letters, changing words, doing stupid rhymes. And if the girl likes you, she would giggle at whatever you say, promise you. And moving on to next sign, which is interaction in general. If girl is interested in you and if girl wants you, she will keep up the conversation. She will keep the conversation going. So it wouldn't be anything abrupt like, hey, yeah, what's up? What did you do yesterday? Yeah, I went to the movie to see the movie. Awkward moment. Then you go again. What was the movie? Ah, yeah, that was like Mission Impossible. Awkward. Opposite to if she keeps up the conversation like, oh yeah, I went to this crazy movie. I love those movies. I love this genre. I had popcorn. What about you? Do you like these movies? What do you think about that movie? Do you like popcorn? Where do you go for cinema? Which area? She will keep the conversation flowing. Also, she will compliment you. She will not be afraid to say, oh my God, I love your hair. I love the way you dressed. This directly expresses her interest. And the next level of her showing interest to you, if she puts you above her, like if she puts you on a pedestal. What do I mean by that is when she says something like, oh yeah, you look like the type of guy that would date a lot of girls, or you look like a type of guy who drives a sport car. So this subtle sign shows that she kind of respects you, she puts you above her, and she's ready to follow your lead. Which brings us to the last sign, number 6, lead. Whatever you say, she does. If you say, let's go for a tea, she's like, all right, I want to do this. She would follow along. You ask her to give her number. She gives it to you without thinking twice. So basically, when you did all the interactions right, starting from spotting her eye gaze, spotting her body language, talking to her, making her laugh, keeping up the conversation, and now she's warmed up, she's ready to do whatever you say, in a good sense, of course. So when you feel that the girl trusts you and she's ready to do whatever you want, she trusts you as a man to lead, from that point on, you must take lead and show your masculine traits, show your gentleman traits, and lead her into seduction. Take her on a date, take her on another date, invite her home, date her, marry her, whatever your intentions are. Important. Don't make yourself a fool by observing one sign and thinking to yourself that, oh my God, she wants me, that's for sure. You have to be aware of the overall context and vibe of the interaction rather than fixating on just one sign. Understanding the general picture and observing the consistency of the signals is key. If her body language doesn't align with one particular sign, it's important not to jump to conclusions. And those are the basics, bro. I want you to start with simple things so you can get them into your head without overcomplicating stuff. So with these simple signs, start with these simple signs and practice every day. And if you want some more information about that, I made a video in the past with more signs of girls liking you. Also check out my recent video, don't miss out.